Welcome back to Ground Up Guts, everybody. Today we're going to be planting tomatoes. Tomatoes have a really neat aspect about them. See, each one of these little hairs on those stems is a potential root. See, a tomato is much more of a vine, so you can plant this deep. This right here, we will pluck off. I'm going to keep that for obvious reasons. Good looking. So I'm going to lay this down this way and bury most of that, and each one of those hairs is a potential root. So this will go from a long leggy plant to a plant with an enormous root system, and if this does root in, we'll have an amazing tomato plant. Nice, strong, healthy root system. It's going to replace, I'm going to put it right in here. It's going to replace this one. This one's just, it's done. It's gone. I've got a replacement for it, so I'm just going to take this out. There's our soaker hose right on top of the root system. This is a really good example. See all of those roots? All of those roots? There's the original root ball. I just laid this down in a trench, more or less, and all of those little hairs on that became roots. It just got started too late. There was too much damage. It was just gone before I planted it. But that's a beautiful example of the all those little hairs on the stem, which now became the main taproot. When you bury it flat like that, bury them deep, and tomatoes are just really amazing that way. I'm gonna give me some room to work here. Don't want too much wood in directly with the root system, because the wood will tie up nitrogen if you bury it. So we try not to bury the wood. It stays on top to trap the water, the rain, and anything that we might water it with. See if I can separate these out a little bit. Right there looks like a good place. So that's going to stay above ground. We're trying to do this in the cool of the morning, so we're not stressing them too much. That's probably what happened to the one I just took out. I planted it in the heat of the day, and it just stressed it too much. You pluck these off or they will rot, and you don't want root rot going on in your garden, because it'll pretty much just kill off whatever's having trouble. So we'll and really trying to avoid
Andrew's making his rounds.
compost right on top of that. So we want to get these standing up as straight as we can without bending them, because you can break a tomato pretty easily. We're going to put that drain pipe right back on top of them. It's not a drain pipe, it's a drip line. Soaker hose drip line. The water just comes right through that. So there you are. So we have 1, 2, 3 potential tomato plants.
You gonna push the mulch up over
yes,
on this side? Okay.
This is Milorganite. It is a organic, it's like a recycled stuff, organic decomposed granulized fertilizer.
Nitrogen.
High in nitrogen, very slow release, and that's about a half a cup right there. So you can do half a cup per plant, and we're going to do some right on top of the root ball, some around each plant. So this is right between that soaker hose and the root system. So these should really, once those roots start picking that up, they should really take off well, do excellent. Bring that mulch right back up over the base of that tomato plant. Now these leaves right here, in a week or so, after they root in, if these leaves are still touching that mulch, well, it looks like it's broken. I'm going to take them off right now. You don't necessarily want leaves, the foliage touching the ground, because tomatoes are real susceptible to disease. So that's how you can take a tomato that's gone leggy and basically strip it of its foliage, lay it down, not going to hurt a thing. They'll just have a nice long root, and bury it properly, and you can go from long and leggy to multiple tomato plants. That's all one plant, 1, 2, 3. But now I have the potential of 3 times the tomatoes off of one plant. Those should do fine. They were planted in the cool of the day. Everything was done properly. Plenty of food, plenty of water. I'll go ahead and soak that in. I'm going to soak that in with a can. So if you like what we're doing here, like the like button. If you want to see more of this content, go ahead and subscribe. And when you subscribe, more of these videos will show up in your feed as you're cruising through YouTube. Have a good day. See you next time.